Did you know you were going to give that speech?
Well, I thought it was quite possible today that we would fall short. And I didn't know I would give that speech until about 15 minutes ago. But I feel good about what I said. I believe what I said. As I have told you guys before, my oldest daughter Caroline said, if you're going to run, and you tell the truth and you lose, no one can fault you for it. And I think we've been consistent on that ever since the first day I got in this race, and I'm grateful to have had the chance.
When you saw those first results, the fact that you were well below 1%, was that a bit of a gut punch?
Sure, yeah, it's tough, but I think it shows that we really weren't able to get much in the way of name identification in the state, and I'm not surprised by that. We didn't have the resources to compete with the other candidates, and it takes resources to run a campaign like this or any successful campaign. So I'm frustrated because I think we did have something to contribute in terms of the agenda that I proposed in the election, the real deal. But I'm going to keep working on that, and I'm going to keep arguing for that from the floor of the Senate and across the country for Senate candidates and other candidates.
Do you need to spend 90 town halls in Colorado now?
Do I what?
Do you need to give 90 town halls in people's living rooms in Colorado?
I give a lot of town halls in Colorado, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it.
You've spent a lot of time in New Hampshire. What is your time here?
In New Hampshire? I've loved it. I've loved it. My family has loved it. It's been a great privilege to be here, to see how seriously people take this process. And how seriously they're thinking about what's at stake. You could almost feel the agony that people were going through here today about who it was they were going to vote for and how they were thinking about it. And I think our states are very similar. Politically we're very similar, and we both have beautiful mountains that we're proud of, and I hope to be back.
How important is New Hampshire politically, do you think?
I think it's very important because it represents something important about our political system. There's a reason why the building across the street from here, which is the State House here, has 400 people in the lower house. It's not so that there would be one person that would tell 399 people what to think. It's because the people that put this thing together, who lived in the same generation as the founding fathers, knew that with more voices we would make better decisions. They believed in pluralism. And the way that is worked out in our democracy, I think, is through face-to-face conversations, through the kind of town hall meetings that I've had across the 11 years that I've been in the Senate and in this campaign. And some of that is being overwhelmed now by social media. It's being overwhelmed by a nationalization of our elections that I'm not sure is giving us the give and take that we really need. I don't have an answer for that tonight, but it's a worry that I have about the polarization that's setting in, and we're going to have to figure out how to overcome it. For me, a real antidote to that, personally, is being in a place with a bunch of people who have different points of view and sort of sorting through where it all leaves us.
You talked about retaking the Senate back and talked about various states, including Arizona, North Carolina, Colorado. How do you plan to work in Colorado to achieve that goal?
Well, I don't know. John Hickenlooper may not want me in his way, but if there are things that I can do to be useful to him, I certainly will be useful to him. I'm fond of Cory Gardner personally. We've got a good working relationship, but the stakes are too high. We have got to make Mitch McConnell the minority leader of the Senate.
What if the nominee is Andrew Romanoff? You don't have a very good history with him.
I think John Hickenlooper is going to win that contest, but he's going to have to work hard to do it. And I talked to him just last week. I know he's not taking anything for granted, and he shouldn't take anything for granted. I certainly won't.
Okay, we'll take one more. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
Great. See you guys.
You said you support all candidates. If Bernie Sanders is the nominee, do you see yourself campaigning for him?
I said I'd support the nominee of my party, and that includes Bernie Sanders. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Good to see you. see you, Marshall.
Thank you, sir.
I'll see you down in D.C.